Hello everybody, my name is Oris Daniel. So the movie we'll be talking about today is titled Shackles. You're welcome to another movie review. Alright, Shackles is a collaboration work between Mount Zion Faith Ministries International and the Flaming Sword Ministries International. Alright, if you've not yet seen Shackles, head on straight to Damilola Bamiloye's YouTube channel and watch, and then let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Let's dive in straight into the review. Shackles was written and directed by Bamiloye. The DOP on the set was Damilola Bamiloye and a host of other crew members. It features cast like Bamiloye, Gloria Bamiloye, Margaret Aneni, and Joseph Opadele, and other characters as well. Now, Shackles tells the story of impatience. It talks about a woman played by Margaret Aneni who was trusting God for a child, and then God told her to wait for him, and then she couldn't wait because it seemed like it felt too long and God is not answering her prayers. And then she sought for another help from the devil, which was Gashiki, Bamiloye's character, and Gloria Bamiloye's character. And then at the end of the day, she got the child, and then anything from the devil doesn't come with peace. They kept on troubling her from the marine kingdom or from the demonic kingdom, until at last she fell into so many trouble here and there with Gashiki, who was not willing to release or let her be with the child. He kept on troubling her, appearing in the hospital, appearing to her in different places. It's a kind of narration by Margaret Aneni's character on what happened in her life with the demonic child. So go watch it and then let me know your thoughts in the comment section. That's not all that happened in the storyline. At last she was delivered from Gashiki and then the baby died, but that's not all that happened in the storyline. You need to see it for yourself and then you understand better. Now let's talk about the good and the bad. Now, the one thing I loved about the movie was the message. The message was so great. It talks about impatience. It talks about trying to getting something from the devil and then trying to give it back to God, or trying to give it to God, or claim it was God that gave you. The message is so deep, and then the creativity in the storyline. You could see Bamiloye singing, and you could see a love poem, singing a love song in the demonic or marine kingdom, and it was creative in the sense that this is like one of the first of its kind. And then the creativity in bringing music into the film was good. It was on point. There was no mistake, or it wasn't a blunder. It was okay. Next thing was that the names of the characters were appropriate. Gashiki, Ilambwa, and all that, they were appropriate for each character. I mean, we all know Bamiloye is good at naming these demonic or marine characters. He did that for Iguana. He did that for so many others. I think Ayamatanga, and now we have Gashiki, and he's good at that. And so he named the character. The character names were appropriate, and it suited each character. Next thing was that the costumes were appropriate for each character as well. The cinematography was beautiful. The establishment shots were good as well, and then the props were appropriate as well. Now to the flaws in the film. Bamiloye didn't change costume, which did not depict the devil's nature, in the sense that the devil has riches, has wealth. The devil is flaunting riches, is flaunting wealth. But I think Bamiloye used one costume was used on Bamiloye from the beginning of the film to the end of the film. I just felt like at intervals the costumes should have been changed, or the cap should have been changed, just for us to connect. Next thing was that the editing cuts in some scenes were so obvious and didn't blend well, and they were so obvious. The cuts done by the editor were obvious in some scenes. Next thing was that Joseph Opadele didn't really embody that character of God for me. I felt Bamiloye should have played God, and then Joseph Opadele should have played Gashiki. Seeing the way Joseph Opadele looks, the way his face is, maybe I'm just looking at him from General in Land of Fury, but he didn't really, to me, I didn't really see him as God in the film. I wish he played Gashiki, and then Bamiloye playing God. Seeing the way Bamiloye's body, Bamiloye is he's a kind of fat, and he would have embodied the character of God better than Joseph Opadele. Joseph Opadele's character, who was God, didn't really suit it. His face and the way his body was, he didn't really suit it for me. Bamiloye should have done God, while Joseph Opadele should have done Gashiki. Bamiloye did a brilliant job in interpreting Gashiki, but I'm just talking about the casting. That's just what I'm talking about. Next thing was that in the dance scene, in the dance scene where Margaret Aneni's character went to the coven, or went to Gloria Bamiloye's kingdom to get the child. In the dance scene where she was dancing with Mike Bamiloye, when he was singing the love song, at some point, I think the graphics, the animation, or do I say the effects that was done to show as if they were in a marine kingdom. I think at some point they were showing the normal room or the normal house, and then they wanted us to believe it's a marine kingdom, and at some point they were showing the normal room of the house. I felt like it was a mistake, or it was a flaw. Next thing was that Margaret Aneni's character used one hairstyle throughout the film, which made the whole thing look like everything happened in one day. I think in most of the scenes she used one hairstyle. Next thing was that the church brethren were looking more like just normal people or normal meeting people. They were really looking like church brethren, because of faulty costumes and all that. Just it's only from their dialogue you know that they are church brethren. Next thing was that in one of the dream scenes, when Mike Bamiloye, when Gashiki came, in one of the dream scenes, he was walking instead of appearing and disappearing. I mean, this is a spiritual man. Instead of appearing and disappearing, he had to walk through the stairs. I think he had to walk, and he was even asking, "Where is my son?" I think a spiritual husband or a spiritual person would just appear where the son is instead of asking for permission, "Where is my son?" or something like that. That made him like a normal human being. Next thing was that some lines felt recited by some characters in the movie. Next thing was that the husband was not meant to see Mike Bamiloye, Gashiki's character, in one of the scenes, and then he didn't see him, but later he saw him, and then he was giving us the impression that he had not yet seen Mike Bamiloye. He was talking to the to a spirit, and then he was looking at Mike Bamiloye's character at some point, which made us feel like he was seeing Mike Bamiloye, and then later it felt like he's trying to convince us that he's not seeing Mike Bamiloye's character because he's a spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, this is all I'm able to gather for Shackles. At the end of the day, I'll be giving Shackles 8.5 over 10 because it's a brilliant job. Kudos to the team, kudos to Mike Bamiloye for an awesome writing, for the creativity in the storyline, and kudos to Gloria Bamiloye's character as well. And Margaret Aneni did a brilliant job as well in interpreting the role. She did a great job. Ladies and gentlemen, this is all I've gathered for Shackles. Go check it out and then let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you agree with what I said? Let me know. Don't you? Let me know in the comment section. Bye for now. My name remains Oris Daniel. Catch you all later in the next one.